there are any choke points involved, and that red carpet is laid down by the Shy. T1, I think this is probably the cleanest draft we've seen from them so far in this best of 5.
Being a large chunk makes it even more difficult here to deal with poke around mid lane. And we see Vi's going mid lane, but Owner's bottom, and they're going for it.
Yeah, Mako's going to turn up here as they're at least looking to gank a plate towards this bottom side, as there is the knock up, and down goes the Shy. There's first blood for Owner on this Xin Zhao. This is what we wanted to see out of this guy, as now Mako could be in trouble as well, but instead, T1 going to take their prize and back away, moving towards this bottom side as we say it. And IG tapping down the wave is Guma though. And if we have a look at the CS margins between the two bottom laners, although one of them is missing, it is pretty close. Another Zenith Blade going to connect, but already a lot of damage onto Mako, but Faker is already dead. Owner gets the knock-up and takes down the Leona in trade. Now Kerio and Gumayusi moving in as well. Wind becomes lightning, doing so much work, and the handshake holds onto the Shy, as now IG looking to turn it around. He's going to silence himself. Kerio gets taken out. They trade it for the Rumble, then the bailout. It secures Owner his life, and he gets himself out of there. Gumayusi now trying to deal with Rookie, whose way is getting a bunch of work done. The flash forward from Guma, he's crazy. And Rookie's going to be able to get himself out of there. Hinged, man. He just goes for anything that's a potential play. As now Faker eats another Zenith Blade, but now Kerio going to be moving over alongside him. But there is the ulti out of Rookie, doing so much work with the bailout. Can they actually keep him alive? The answer is no. Rookie gets the kill. And this way could become a problem as this game goes on.
The level 6 advanced stock. Yeah. After all the skirmishes here, through the river. Owner benefiting a lot, but Owner now under attack. He gets teleport.
He got the crab. The teleport is coming in here from Kerio to try and back him up. And now the grand entrance, the hero's entrance, going to come on through. Justice Punch to catch up to Mako. The bear is thrown down. And Faker's like, you can have my bear. I'm just going to go back to the wave.
Yeah, a little vengeance there from the mid ganks that wants, in a matchup versus a melee champ, stacking away, and good experience for it. Wait.
Oh dear, handshake comes on back through here onto the Shy. Equalizer goes down. There's the Crescent Guard as Owner trying to keep himself alive. He gets the smite down onto the dragon. As now they go in, Wei looking for the engage angle, but the bailout is going to be there. Gumayusi keeps himself alive, and Mako will be able to take him down with the help of Rookie off to the side. The Shy on no health, as Faker will once again claim some revenge. One little Q is going to be enough to do it, and Owner takes down the Shy underneath his turret, and so they champions going head to head. It has a bunch of the items that makes you feel a lot better in the matchup as well. There's a whole bunch of buttons going to be pressed, and you can see the Rookie feeling very good about his position in this game. But as you mentioned before, Owner, he is going to be able to take down this dragon. Let's see whether this is going to be the cease and desist that will actually work, and it does in the blink of an eye. Tibbers gets angry, but he is just 50 gold. See whether he can find an angle. Of course, Xin Galio has been a combo that T1 have used many, many times in the past. It's not often the Doran on the Galio combo, but Wei's going to make his way down towards the bottom side, and Doran on the Galio is on our screen, but not for long, as the Shy is going to be able to burn him down. Just checkmate as the jungler walks in.
Yep. Nicely done. Pretty easy there. They knew that T1 were on the top side of the map.
Slowed down. I can't help but feel like T1 need to be starting to get nervous.
Yeah, the big thing for T1 is how are they going to force the issue here?
Whoa, there's a flash taunt as Owner's going to move on up to try and take down the Shy. They're walking down the red carpet. He flashes away. The Winds of War comes in, and there's the knock-up. 3 Talon Strike, and down goes the Shy. A 4th death for this Rumble, but killing the Shy, is that a win condition? I don't think so, unless, although I don't think it's a win condition for T1 anyway. As Zenith Blade goes in, the handshake is going to be immune to flash out from Faker. Doesn't want anything to do with
IG in close distance to that range advantage as the tower does go down in favor. Yep. Oh, wait a second.
Ooh, who won? Was that T1 that were able to grab it?
That was very close. Let's get the over update.
The shoes did go over to T1, so they, I believe, were able to lock that one. From the area, this is soul point for T1, but they've already invested quite a lot into this play as Faker, without that flash, like you said earlier, is going to turn up, and it's going to be an honest 5v5. The equalizer is there for the Shy. We'll see whether he can layer it in well. As Gumayusi standing in front, wanting to try and find an angle as they are able to take down the dragon. There's soul point, but there is the equalizer down as well from IG. Not necessarily getting the work done that they wanted to, though, as the Bear is going to crash on top of the Rumble. He's the first to go down. It's Skirmishes, grabs the kill in the fight, and it's Doran staying alive for so long. IG, that was not the play you were looking for.
Yeah, that was definitely not it. The Shy walks in, he gets blown up right into Tibbers, right into T1. They actually get all of their kills. 3 people down on the side of IG. T1 are gonna just explode with the gold here.
Towers. Yeah, this tower is going to explode as well, Kobe. Down this one will go. And Skirmishes is the hugest benefactor for T1 as the Chu goes wide. And Snare is going to connect onto Ona, but damage onto the Xin Zhao isn't exactly the most permanent. Okay, the flash in from Ona. He finds the knock-up. They chase after Gala. Redemption. Can it get the kill as Hostile Takeover comes on through as well? Gala surviving for a very long time. The flash forward from Skirmishes, though, puts him down. And Rookie will follow suit. Both carries in the blink of an eye. And this one is firmly in T1's hands now.
T1 won another fight around Otacon, and they get their fight. Nice initiation there. They're going to get the prize afterwards as well.
You know, hold the line, as it were, as the Hex going to be leaving Ona out to dry. Now Gala flaps over the wall. It's so much damage, though. Still, Circle not going to be saving the Xin Zhao, and that is shut down money over to Rookie.
That Hex technology is dangerous, Atlas.
It certainly
They warned
is.
us against this in Arcane.
We learnt about it from Arcane. It's now Rookie. Oh no, you should have learnt about it as well. Doran going to be able to finish him off. He's now in an awkward position, but they don't have to deal with the Hui, who's such a problem. Faker finds the angle onto the Rumble, and somehow their most fed member dying turned into an inhibitor turret?
Yeah, T1 are just going to flash on you. Everyone flashing over walls here. Doran flashes in, Faker flashes in, T1, they actually even take, wait, Dragon's going down?
Yep, they were looking for the Dragon here. Hostile Takeover will be avoided for now, but it's a double taunt beautifully placed here by Doran. It is Wade denying the soul, but they also managed to get themselves out. The Hex Gates are going to come on through as well as Gala is going to survive on about 10 health and get out with the highway robbery. I don't think it's going to save the game, but it was pretty funny as another one comes in and Faker says, yeah, fool me once. Yeah, fool me twice. No, that's not going to happen. As Voltbreaker gets way over the wall, and Ona has respawned and will be able to take down the Vi. Wants to be able to hand the kill over, but isn't going to do so, and will be able to secure it here. Try and force this objective as best they can. Look for some turns. Hexgate's going to come on through here as Ona makes his way over. Gala up pretty far. It looks like T1 are just going to start it. Okay, Rookie gets some damage down onto Faker. Heroic entrance comes on in. Faker survives for such a long time as it's jungler for mid laner. And I think T1 are feeling pretty good about that. No smite left on the Rift. And T1 are back on the objective again.
Yeah, they're going to force IG to come to them.
All right, Hostile Takeover comes through. The immediate cleanse out from Gala, though, who's doing a lot of work. Skirmishes just dives into the front line. I don't know whether that's a good call, as the taunt is going to go wide. Now Skirmishes has to avoid everything as the ulti from Ona. He goes down into his GA, and they take out Mako. I don't know how this is working, but it's looking pretty good at the moment for T1. But the shutdown comes in. The answer from Gala. And T1 will have to mention flash engages are what T1 are all about. That is not going to be available here for the Galio. Carrier moving on over. They want to take control of this as Carrier is well and truly far up in this lane as they look for the Shy. He flashes out of the way of the taunt. That looks pretty good for Skirmishes. He's able to finish him off. Still, Rookie does so much damage and he's held in place as Wei says no to Skirmishes, and he's so much more important to this team than the Shy is to IG. As long as Gala is alive, IG can win fights. Oh, are they just going to move towards the Baron? Is that going to be the opportunity here as the Drake will be secured here by Wei, but he's going to be out of position on a potential Baron take. Skirmishes now going to be moving back forward. As long as you stay fighting over and over again. Total gold, it's going to be Skirmishes in the lead, but Rookie hot on his heels, as we can see here. And Gala getting pretty close as well. The flash over the wall there from Wei as they're looking to try and take down the enemy jungler. And Wei, there's just no option. He's staying alive for a long time, but there's no follow-up. There's no option. And IG now just a man down and a smite down for this next fight. Ona looking a little bit lower, but he has that GA back off cooldown once again. And they're on the Baron once more. Doran Is he going to get turned on as Gala does a lot of damage, as you can see there. The Swirkle slows him down. And now Faker looking to chase them out of this river. Hostile takeover just to buy the space, and the purple worm will be the reward. T1 is going to be rocketing towards this bottom side of the map. The Shy going to be spotted out here as the fear is good onto Doran. Takes half of his health bar and he's still burning. As the redemption, not actually going to be used for the Galio. He is just going to get sniped here off to the side, and buying so much time is IG. As T1, they still have the Baron, but you wouldn't know it from what we're seeing in this game. As the teleport to bring the Galio back, that might be the opportunity. This could be a 50-50 as Ona in position, but he wants to start the fight instead. They take down the Drake. That's going to be the soul for T1, and Maker limping out as cease and desist is going to do nothing at all. Faker just throws the fire away, and Rookie goes down on the back end, and T1 just steamroll them.
Guma got the soul, and T1 are gonna get the game. The Shy's running, but there's nowhere for him to flee. T1 will walk inside the base.
Yep, they're just gonna push this minion wave forward, and it looks like match 4th seed from the LCK will crash down these Nexus turrets and see whether they can, in fact, make it to the Swiss stage and hold on to hope for 3 in a row. We'll take another Nexus going down, though, and IG, they do tend to like it on the ropes.
Woo.